Thanks for joining me on this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content on the channel. And also be sure to follow me on these other social media platforms. Links are in the description below. Oh gosh. I'm only doing this video because it's constantly popped up, and at least I want to be honest here, this probably occurred in every single live stream I've done. And guys, this is like an unscripted, just a fun video. You're not supposed to take it seriously. This is just to have a little bit of fun. And it is asking the question of what if Madea was on the haves and the have-nots? I don't even know where to begin. You know, I feel like the best way to begin is to establish how in the world Madea would even be on the show. And maybe I'll do this. You know what? I think I'll make it simple. I'll make this a video talking about how she could actually be inserted into the show in a way that makes sense. And then if the video gets about 5,000 views, then I'll do a part 2 talking about how that would affect the rest of the cast. I feel like that's a fair deal because I don't want to do like a 20 or 30-minute video that only gets like a couple hundred views, and then I'll be like, well, that was a waste of time. Everybody wanted it, but nobody watched it. And I'm not really going to blame the fans because, well, YouTube is, I don't know what the heck is going on with the notification system anymore. I mean, I know it's been wonky the past several months, but even when people commented on videos, like if I posted a string of videos at like 1 a.m., I would wake up sometime later that day and see like 23 notifications of people commenting. But now I don't get a single notification when people comment. So I'm just going to do this video and let fate do what it does with it. But let's talk about how could Madea fit into the haves and the have-nots. I think there are two ways this could work. Number one, she could just easily be related to another character. Madea could just be a relative of the Harringtons, whether it be from David's side or Veronica's side, or related to Hannah somehow. But I feel like that's a bit too easy. I think that when it comes to Madea, I would definitely see her on the Harrington side of the family, or the characters. I could definitely see her being one of Veronica's relatives. I don't know why, but I just feel like that could be a reason. I feel like that could actually work. But aside from being related to someone, let's move on to option 2. And I feel like this might be the best way of going about it. If I'm not mistaken, in the Madea movies, Tyler Perry plays, of course, you know, Joe, Madea, but the lawyer, Brian, I believe his name is Brian. Okay, so Joe is his father, making Madea his aunt, okay, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like when it comes to Madea being in the show, I felt like, honestly, I remember rumors back during season, was it 3 or 4? Basically, it was around the time that Amanda had passed, and David was trying to make sure that Candace didn't bother Jim or Catherine during this sensitive time. And at that point, the only way she was going to stay away from, you know, the criers was if David somehow managed to arrange a way for Candace to get a job at at the local law firm. And I remember a rumor floating around the internet at the time. It's like, oh my gosh, Tyler's going to be on the show. He's going to be portraying like a lawyer or something at the law firm. I was actually excited. It was a rumor, but it actually had credibility behind it because of the fact that, well, Tyler Perry plays Brian in the movies as someone working in the law field, so that could actually make sense. Could it be a connection between Tyler Perry's movies and the haves and the have-nots? I was excited. Unfortunately, that did not come to be, which kind of sucks. But in any case, I could have definitely seen Brian being someone to work in a local law firm. And honestly, I feel like the whole Candace being a lawyer thing is just flushed down the toilet. It had a lot of potential, but now they're opting for the whole first lady scenario. I feel like if Tyler Perry showed up as, you know, a lawyer, attorney, whatever you want to call it, I think it would have worked. And here's why. Here's why I think this could have worked. With Madea on the show, and I feel like this would have been one hell of an introduction. You know how they made Stephanie Mills a complete surprise? they could have done the same thing with Madea. And I feel like this is okay. I don't mean to be rambling on here, but I feel like what would have worked is if Madea showed up. You know, Brian's in court with her, and either Jim or David would be on the bench, and it would be a case, you know, where speeding ticket or whatever Madea did. I mean, who knows? There's so many things she could have done, and they're in court. I feel like that would have been a perfect way of introducing the character of Madea in the show. And I mean, I don't know exactly how that would fit, how she would end up in Savannah, Georgia, of all places. I don't really know. I don't remember where her location is set in the movies, like Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Witness Protection. I forgot exactly where Madea was. I'm actually going to try to look it up real quick on my iPod. If I can't find it within like 30 seconds, I'm going to give up. But I think it would be very interesting to tie things together. But let's see. So Madea, Witness Protection. Dang, 2012. Time flies by. And I can't believe it's October already, man. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Aunt Madea. Oh, yeah. I remember this movie because the Malones were mentioned in it. Yeah. Madea and Joe's house is in it, Georgia. So, okay, maybe it could work. Who knows? But the excuse could be like, Your Honor, I was actually coming down to Savannah to visit some family. Again, that could have been Veronica. Who knows? And I could definitely see Veronica being ashamed of Madea. I guess by extension, if Veronica was a relative of Madea, then that would actually make her a relative of Brian, which again actually makes sense due to the fact that, well, Veronica's an attorney. She practiced law, possibly was inspired by her cousin Brian to do. Once again, the connections are there if Tyler Perry linked them together. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, I feel like when it comes down to it, Madea being introduced via a court hearing would actually be appropriate for the character. I mean, a bit predictable, but once again, appropriate. But really, if it was something that was completely unannounced, like, if we didn't have any previews of it. But given the fact that it is Madea of all characters, then I feel like it would be in a preview. Just like when Madea was on House of Pain, when she was on Love Thy Neighbor, it was in the preview of the upcoming episode to get ratings. But I'm just saying for a fact, if Madea showed up on the show, it would definitely turn some heads. You can imagine her, coming down to visit Veronica, and it's like, well, honey, what happened to the mansion? He's like, I burned it down. Yeah, that's why you're my favorite niece. Yeah, I really can't do a good Madea, but you can imagine, like, those two putting their heads together, coming up. What Madea talking about killing her husband with like pie and stuff like that. Honestly, a lot of the crazy ass things Veronica does have some Madea-esque factors behind them. I could definitely see a family resemblance in their temperament and behavior. So I feel like that will work. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. You know what? I actually think, before wrapping this video up, I think that Madea being related to Veronica would make the most sense. And given the fact that I could definitely see her siding with Veronica first, because she would just go off about, David cheating and all this crap. But once she learns the truth, she wouldn't be afraid to snatch off Veronica's wig and beat some sense into her. As ridiculous as it is, I think that's the point of this video. It's just to have fun. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like I said before, this is only part 1 now. Like, if this does about 5,000 plus views, then I'll definitely do a part 2. But let me know your thoughts on Madea on the haves and the have-nots. Again, I just want to stress, this is just for fun. If it happens, it happens. I doubt it will, but let's just have some fun with this. I mean, it's a drama series, but it's easy to get wrapped up in the drama so much that we forget to have fun watching the show. So just relax, open up your mind, and let me know your thoughts on this. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you in the next video.